Thank you. And now moving back to a question that hits us a little closer to home, farm subsidies. A mix of direct payments, price supports, subsidized crop insurance, subsidized loans, and a disaster relief started in the early 20th century. In Washington State, 82% of farms did not collect any subsidy payments, but 10% of the farms collected 66% of all the subsidies. Do you see a need to reform the federal farm aid programs? And then please explain, and we are starting with Mr. Moody.
Okay. Yes, I do find it necessary to reform the federal farm aid program, just as I feel it important that we reform all kinds of federal programs and in some cases cut federal departments. In the case of federal farm subsidies, as you mentioned, many area farmers have not found the need for many of these subsidies and these payments from the federal government. I think the best solution is to move to insurance, and many area farmers agree that this is the best solution. This insurance program, rather than receiving direct payments every year, the farmers would pay for insurance that would be subsidized by the government, and then it would only kick in when the market fluctuated excessively or there were issues with the environment.
Hey, Mr. Cowan.
Well, yes, Ann. It's important to remember we need to maintain a basic safety net for our agricultural people who own farms and people who work in agriculture. Remember, it's a $2 billion industry in our district alone. And there are two major variables that farmers have that are out of their control. You know, they can't control weather. Weather is something out of your control. They can't control the prices of what they can sell their goods. You know, it has to do with currency rates throughout the world, has to do with what other countries are producing that particular year. So there needs to be a basic safety net for agriculture, absolutely.
Okay, Mr. Moody, anything else? 30 seconds.
Yeah, I'd just like to reiterate the fact that we do need to drastically cut spending on the federal level, and one thing that we can do is kind of chop away at this mishmash of different payment programs that you listed, and really just focus on insurance that only kicks in when the environment or markets demand.
Okay, Mr. Cowan.
I would agree with the insurance variable. That is probably the major piece of this, but we also should have a basic price support as well. You know, when a farmer's out there working and they don't control these variables, including the cost of diesel, for example, which is a major component, fertilizer, things like that. So we just want to make sure it's a common sense program that has a basic safety net for farmers.
Okay, thank you. And now the next